It's something only kids who grew up poor would understand. I still remember the brutal Michigan winter when I was 11. Our heat had been shut off for 2 weeks because Mom couldn't pay the bill, so we slept in the living room with space heaters borrowed from neighbors. School was the only place I was truly warm. That January, my coat finally gave out. It was my cousin's hand-me-down, already 2 sizes too small. With a broken zipper I'd been safety pinning closed. During recess, the final pin snapped, and the coat split open in the middle of the playground. Ryan, whose dad owned half the real estate in our town, pointed and laughed. "Dude, is that your sister's coat? It doesn't even fit." He was right. The sleeves barely reached my wrist, and I couldn't move my arms properly, but it was the only coat I had. "It's just temporary," I lied. "My real coat is being special ordered. Must be coming from the dollar store." Ryan smirked, showing off his brand new North Face jacket with a price tag still attached to the sleeve. "$300, he announced to everyone within earshot. "My dad says it's what all the snowboarders wear." That night, I told Mom I'd lost my coat at school. I couldn't bear telling her it had fallen apart. She looked so tired, dark circles under her eyes from working double shifts at the diner. "Alex, we can't afford another coat right now," she said quietly. "Not until next payday." "It's okay," I told her. "I'll layer up with sweaters." For the next 3 days, I wore every sweatshirt I owned to school, one on top of the other. I stayed inside during recess, claiming I had homework to finish. When teachers asked about my coat, I said it was in my locker, too warm to wear inside. On Thursday morning, I was standing at my locker when Ms. Abernathy, the school secretary, appeared beside me. "Alex, I need you in the office," she said. My stomach dropped. Was I in trouble? I followed her to the main office, where a principal was waiting with a large white box. "This came for you," he said, sliding the box across his desk. I stared at it, confused. Nobody ever sent me packages at school. "Go ahead," Ms. Abernathy encouraged. "Open it." Inside was the most beautiful winter coat I'd ever seen. Dark blue with black trim, thick insulation, and a hood lined with soft material. It looked exactly like the coats the popular kids wore. "There's a note," principal said, pointing to an envelope. The card inside read, "To replace the one you lost. Stay warm. A friend." "Who?" I began, but Ms. Abernathy interrupted. "Why don't you try it on?" The coat fit perfectly. Not too big, not too small. The zipper worked smoothly, and there were even gloves in the pocket. "Looks like it was made for you," principal smiled. I wore it proudly to recess that day. Ryan noticed immediately. "Where'd you get the coat?" he demanded. Before I could answer, Ms. Abernathy appeared. "His uncle works for the company that makes them," she said casually. "They get samples before they hit the stores." Ryan's eyes widened. "For real? That's next season's model?" I nodded, not trusting myself to speak. "My dad says their coats are the best," Ryan continued, suddenly friendly. "Better than North Face. For the rest of winter, that coat was my armor. Nobody questioned why I never took it home on weekends. Nobody knew I carefully hung it in my locker every afternoon, so Mom wouldn't realize someone had given her son charity. 10 years later, I returned to this school as a student teacher. Ms. Abernathy was still the school secretary, though her hair had gone completely gray. "Alex," she smiled when I checked in. "Look at you all grown up." After the students left that afternoon, I stopped by her office. "Ms. Abernathy, there's something I've always wanted to ask you," I said. "That winter when I was in 5th grade, the coat." Her expression softened. "What about it?" "It was you, wasn't it?" She looked down at her desk, arranging papers that didn't need arranging. "It wasn't just me. Several teachers contributed." "But how did you know?" "Teachers notice more than you think," she said simply. I swallowed hard. "The note said it was from a friend. And we are," she smiled. "We were then, and we are now."